Excuse me. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
New subscriber.
Crypt creature.
Welcome.
Let's go.
To BC Sub.
Let's go, you crazy fuckers. Open your wallets. Open your wallets. You guys are going nuts today. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Crypt creature, my dude. Thank you, thank you. We got Ekko versus Gnar. I don't know. Maybe the start's okay. It's kind of fun. I don't mind this idea.
Minions have spawned.
I normally like corrupting pot though, but this is kind of cool. This has some good idea behind it, I think. Okay. So we're kind of pushing. We got lane control here. Decent trade, maybe. Let me see this again. If you're not gonna hit him, if you don't hit him with a Q, I wouldn't go crazy. Right here. I don't like that. If you miss the Q, I don't really like it. I don't like you extending it beyond like that right there. It could be cleaner. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna spike level 2 and you're gonna jump to him. Why aren't you jumping to him right now? Good Ekko is gonna jump there. Also save your Q because he's not getting level 2. So once your level 2's coming, this is a very important trade to make. It's top lane Ekko. Top lane Ekko is really tough to learn. I play it a lot now on different accounts and shit. So as soon as you're turning level 2, thank you for the donation. When you turn level 2, immediate. Control E, E forward, auto Q, or EQ auto, or whatever the fuck you want to do. But you need to make sure that this level 2 power spike comes out. It's not necessarily going to be an all-in, but it's lane control. Now you've already let him turn level 2. Now it's not as clean anymore. You missed out. You fucked it all up. Okay? We missed that. And I don't like that because, you know, we need to, as a top laner, we need to know that even though this level 2 isn't going to be an all-in, the level 2 power spike also means that we're going to get a lot of damage off. That way, if the jungler shows up, or that way, if we get a 2v2, top lane versus jungle, whatever, that HP lead that you've accumulated is what's going to make the difference in the 2v2 later. Okay? Very important.
Donation.
Thank you, Accommodated. It's all good, man. We'll get you next time, dog. So I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to process what we're doing here. You need to use the fact that you're level 3 and get this fucking farm. And I don't give a fuck that he's Mega Gnar at all. I care about getting this farm, pushing this lane in, and backing and getting my corrupting pot with this build. We don't have a lot of mana regen here at all, so we need to get some somehow. Pushing the lane in would be a great way to do just that. So you're playing back. I would rather you, when you turn level 3, this is the next thing of Ekko that you've got to learn. Your level 3 comes out. I don't know why you're using your E to farm there. That's a waste. But once you've gotten 3, you're going to jump into the bush here. As soon as you disappear into the brush, W comes out. You calmly walk to the side like you don't know what's happening. E forward, take a quick trade, or just farm with it, whatever. Okay? That's not what you did. You played like a bitch. You have a tiny dingus here. I don't know why it's so small. Everyone knows you have a micro penis right now. Now you finally ducked into the brush. Thank you. And when I'm saying, like, even though you ducked into the brush, you did it late. Okay? You did it late. Just like when you got level 2, you didn't immediately just fucking E forward. Fucking punish that guy for standing there when you get level 2. Punish that guy for hanging out when you got level 3. Okay? You very well may. This game, this is reinventing yourself. I have a micro penis. Many men out there have a micro penis. But in this league game, my penis is like fucking this big. It's that big. And it's that, I'm making a circle. It's that wide. Okay? It's massive. And fucking, you gotta wave that shit around any chance you get. And it, like I said, it accumulates a lead. It accumulates a big lead if you do that. And it, once you got the lane push, you reset. You get your corrupting pot. You get all those nice things. And then you come back. And then you get a lead that way because then you got the Gnar in the back. A little late on the back. No, you can't be here. Not having mana is very dangerous, okay? You should have backed. Right. Here, just back. Just back. You got teleport. Just fucking B, dude. B. It's okay. Yeah, I hate this. I'm tilted. That was your fault. This is like a textbook fail spot. No spoilers. Spoiler alert. When you have no mana as early game Ekko, you're very, very fucking useless, okay? And this is why I like to say Ekko is actually a pretty tough champ to play. Is because there's a lot of things you have to do right. You have to do your level 2 aggression well when you get it. You know, you have to duck into the brushes in the top lane a lot. You have to deal with a lot of champs that can, like, fuck you up 1v1 if you screw up. And just in general, he scales well, but he's so shitty early that it's kind of tough to get through some of the lane phases. So when you got your mana low like that, you need to get the fuck out because it's a weak spot. Screwed the pooch. Okay, you got your corrupting pot. That's about all you got there. How much gold you got? You thinking about what to buy? Boots. Boots. Just get the boots. Should have came back with boots. Alright, why are we pushing this? He's clearly backing. He clearly wants to leave. Make him teleport. You're just giving him, you're giving him all this farm for free. You could have canceled out some of that farm. What are you doing? No. Mistake. Why you do this to me? Why you no manage the wave in the top lane? Right here, look. Lane's stuck here. It's not going anywhere. He wants to leave. If he's not going to push the lane in, which he could. If he's not going to push the lane in, freeze it. Make him teleport. Just sit right there. Just kick back. Last hit the minions. Catch up a little bit. You know, get back into the game. Instead, you gave him all that farm for free. Didn't make him lose anything. Alright. First thing about W's on Ekko that I've learned. I don't know if you guys ever played those old first-person shooters where, like, if your latency was high, you had to, like, lead the shot. Like, in League of Legends, skill shots, you don't lead them because of the way that the net code works. You just throw the skill shot. It comes out late. But it, you know, it comes out when it comes out. But it, you know, if it looks like it hits, it hits. The old FPS days of first-person shooters, if you're playing on 56K, like I was, because I lived in the mean streets of Maine on a dirt fucking road when I was growing up, I played at like 250 ping. I played this game called Delta Force. Okay? And the whole, I know this is a tangent, but I played this game called Delta Force, and the whole time you'd play it, you would be strafing back and forth, and you would legit have to fucking lead. Like, if the character was here and he was going, like, this way, you would have to lead the shot way in front of him. So, like, this would be the shot, basically. And you'd have to lead him. if he's going that way. You'd have to fucking lead it. With Ekko, I feel like whenever you're doing the shield, take wherever someone should be going when they see you, and put it way the fuck in front of them. Farther than, like, wherever you think is far, put it a little bit farther. And then you'll, like, always hit them. I'm telling you. This sounds really fucking stupid, and it sounds like it doesn't make sense. I've played Ekko enough. Every time I've ever thrown a W and missed it, I've always been in the back of my head like, damn, I should have just let it further. Let it like I was playing in 1,000 ping. That's how you play Ekko with the W. So here you come out, and you're like, I'm going to try to land it right on him. Except no. As soon as he figures out... and he's walking at him, right? As soon as he figures out, he's gonna walk back. So you want to put it here. You want to lead him, dude. Just like that little 56k tangent that I went on. You want to lead him. If you had done that, you had a pretty good chance of hitting him. Here. Okay? Gotta lead it. It would have been a kill if you did. And it would have been a good battle, dude. Your HP is good. I like that you look for roam. Roam's a good move. With the lane push like it was, and you come back in the lane. It's a fine attempt. Execution is execution, and you know sometimes you fuck it up. And that's okay. Nara's only beating you by a little bit of farm. That's a good thing. I don't know if I agree with this attempt. Just because, like, your mana's getting pretty low, so I don't want to commit too hard here. Because I don't want my mana to be so low that I can't get away. And if Nar decides to jump at me, I've got no vision of what's coming. So I don't know if I would try using my shield offensively there. I think I would probably just chill out. Your mana's low again. You see, that was kind of because you played it the way that you played it. Where you, like, tried to just fucking go ham for a second. And that's important to manage your mana properly. You obviously could have CS better there, so you don't have to harp on that too much. And this is what happens. Again, the theme of this video is mana management on Ekko top. Very important. If we're going to play Ekko top after all the nerfs and all the bullshit, we need to make sure that we're managing our mana and we're keeping our trade smart. And there you go. Again, mana gets low, you get all in. That's the risk. Twitch try. He tries to bail you out. But you noob, dude. You feed. You noob, you feed, dude. I'm just kidding. I sucked a lot when I was learning Ekko. The reason my main account is sitting in like fucking Diamond 3 and that my Smurf accounts are like D1 or near Master's range right now is because I fucking learned Ekko and Rumble and Lissandra and just all this other shit. That, like, I mean, aside from the fucking decay, but... It's tough. It's tough, dude. And now you're just behind. Sorry about my apple. I haven't eaten much all day. This is very dangerous to be fucking with. If you're gonna be fucking with it, throw your shield out to at least get some extra health to work with. Maybe you luck out and get a stun. But yeah, lane's pushing to you, and this doesn't get any easier now. So let's see what you do. Let's speed up. Cool. You bait for Twitch. All's well. Is there an opportunity to kill Nara's Ekko once he has Frozen Mallet? Yes, but it largely depends on whether or not you're ahead and he's behind. I feel like this matchup's pretty weighted in his favor once he gets Mallet. What the fuck just happened? That's a damn good ult, boy. Again, lane is pushing to you. There is absolutely no reason to be standing where you're standing. Do you guys notice this shit with top laners? No reason. And you could think to yourself, oh, well, I was just going to throw a Q out. No, there's no reason to be there. You know where you know the only place you need to be right now once the minions look like that? Right here, dude. Or even right here. Here. Look at these minions. There's nothing you're going to be doing, dude. It's all gone. These are gone. Just back up. Back up. You're giving him a free path. I grant you that he hits a nice ult. But, that said, I mean, he shot the J, dude. He was fucking Kobe there. But seriously, there was no reason to be there. The minions would have met here. You would have been able to clear with Q and just farm it out, okay? Take your, take that shit very seriously. Wow. Yeah, that's all on you. Now, at this point, the only thing I would be thinking is I'm thinking, maybe if I can get a W on this guy, lead it next time. Again, lead it. If you're working off the Twitch, lead that shit farther than you need to. And look at that face. Ugh. That's a good pause. Great pause. Nice. Nice. All right, anyways, lead that shit. So you don't get punked. Looks like Twitch gets him anyways. Twitch gets him. Thankfully. You didn't really play it that well. You didn't give yourself a good shield. Remember, anytime you're gonna throw the shield, put it farther back than what you think. And the minute they see you throw the shield, they're gonna think it's closer than it is. It's when you lead it, you completely mindfuck them. Twitch is trying to carry you guys, but it's not going too well. Gragas is huge. And it amazes me that this game goes on for almost 40 minutes.
Blue team.
So now you're on the back foot. Nar's taking your shit. This is a shitty spot to be in. You're trying to freeze. You see Nar move, so you push. That's just fine. I'd be looking, as I'm setting this up, I'm looking at who has ults. Annie has ult. I have ult. Varus has ult. We can hold. I think we can hold. That's how I would play it. Lead further. Annie ults the Gnar. Not entirely sure why. Varus misses his ult. That should be your cue to bounce and go somewhere else. It's over. See you next Tuesday. I'm going back to top lane where people hit their shit. See ya.
Killing spree.
Good play. Good attempt. Doesn't work out. You get pooed on. I think you could probably... That's just kind of unlucky, dude. They play it really well. You just don't have a lot of damage yet because you're so far behind. Feels bad. It's a good attempt. But yeah, they played it well.
Shut down. Red team has slain Baron.
So they get Baron. How do they not just win off of this is what I don't understand. Clear the waves, clear the waves. Run around. Chicken with your head cut off. Okay. Getting stuff done, sort of. You're not, and here's the thing, it's constant. You do it here again too. You're floating around. You're floating around in these situations without mana. Mana is so important on this champion. It's so important. Ekko has a lot of mana problems in my experience. So like you need to start when your mana gets low, you need to start fucking getting out and going away if you're gonna play Ekko. It's a reoccurring theme. Twitch gets soloed by Gnar and life is hard.
Blue team's turret.
Getting all the farm that you can, that's cool. Dicking around with the shield, also cool. I'm skipping through a lot of this because it's 39 minutes long and I want to see if there's any other important things that I can tell you. Your build, it's fine. It's not, you're trying to play Triforce Ekko, that's fine. I would start just building full tank now though. Nothing but tank items. And hope to get a nice little combo off. A nice little stun. Very slow game. They're not pushing. Nothing's happening. They're just kind of turtling it out. They don't really have... Well, they do have a decent siege, really. Gragas tries to force a fight, gets picked off. Jungle trade for jungle trade. You show up on the flank. Again, lead it. Farther behind than you think. Every time, dude. Every fucking time. Look. Here it comes again. They see you coming. Always lead it. Wherever you think you it needs to be, always behind it. Twitch comes off the spawn, tries to get something done. Gnar comes in, beats you guys up. It's all good. You get out? Nice try, almost. At this point,
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
At this point, there's not really much to learn here. Lane phase is kind of everything on this champion. And now at this point, all you're trying to do is just hit some magical bullshit stun that stuns like 3 people at an important time. That's all you're trying to do. Falling very far behind. So they're coming for you here. Shield's coming up. W needs to go, as soon as this hook happens, W needs to go like here for the counter. I don't know where it is, but you're missing an opportunity. This is a decent fight for you. Once the hook is hit. I don't know why you're not looking for it. You have your ult. Yeah, they have turrets. But like, you have your team here. You guys can chain some CC. I know it's I know it's not the best fight in the world, but it doesn't get any better. All right. So normally I harp on like, don't look for bad fights, whatever. But as the game gets harder and harder as time goes on, we gotta start taking some risks somewhere. When that hook comes out, I would definitely be looking to maybe try to hit a stun on the back line because they're obviously going to try to play back at the fact that they just got hooked. So right here is a perfect example. And Bard does do it. But just imagine if you'd thrown a hook there on the back line, especially on that Jhin, you could have got a decent engage off, and he would have followed it up. Varus would have followed it up. It would have been a decent spot to do it. As soon as you see the hook, stun's going on the backline targets. Because the backline target's got to come forward to protect their teammate. That's all chaining CC is about. Is like, if I CC a tank, or if someone gets caught in a shitty position, their team is gonna have to move forward to bail him out. They have to move forward to give him damage, to give him CC themselves, whatever. And you can play back at that. You can layer your CC at that point. Okay? So you get picked off how? Wait, how did you get picked off? So, yeah, no point in really going for that turret. That shit ain't doing anything to you. But I think you know that. That's true, too. Is you could definitely, just by throwing the stun at Jin and, like, walking at him, you can also just mind game it that way. There's a lot of little tricks that you can do with your stun. Don't be afraid to use it, even if you don't intend to follow it up. That's a good point that I didn't include. So yeah, your team gets murdered. And this is pretty much GG. Okay, dude. Overall, let's go back over what we talked about. First things first, level 2, that's around like 2 minutes or whatever it is. Level 2, we need more value out of our level 2s. We need it in the top. As a top laner, you need to get shit done level 2 if you get level 2 and they give it to you. So here's a perfect example. 7th minion's about to come out. There's 5, 6. Here comes 7. Boom, dash forward right there. And your Q, you should have kept your Q because he wasn't going to beat you to level 2. Dash forward anyways and just fucking pressure him while he's still level 1 and his stats are lower. So the growth stat gets a little less value and yada yada yada. This is like textbook like harassment 101 in the top lane. And then from there, we're going to put our wards down, and then at level 3, same thing. As soon as we spike level 3, right there. Fucking shield comes out, let's go. Deal some damage. Push this guy in. He can't stand here. He can't. This is not where he can be. I don't care about his Mega Gnar shit. You win that trade. I don't give a fuck. Furthermore, you started this refillable pot, which I don't think is that bad. Get this lane pushed in, though, so you can quickly go back. After, you know, if you can get the kill or whatever, you can quickly go back and buy. Or if you've gotten all the minions, which in an ideal world, you're going to get a good majority of these minions and you're going to have plenty of gold to go back on. That obviously takes practice, but you're nearing 350 gold right there. So shove that shit in, use your mana, get the advantage, go back, then pressure him so that when you come back, even though you use the teleport, the dude's going to be stuck under turret all game. And you're going to have Corrupting Pot and like unlimited ability to harass him and get your farm lead. You're not scared of Gragas, are you? So, yeah. And then from there, obviously when your mana's low, you need to just leave. Don't fuck around because Ekko sucks without mana. That was a reoccurring theme in this shit, is don't fuck around without mana. Don't fuck around without mana. And then lastly, I'm going to say, make sure that your stuns, that you're leading them. Lead them. More than ever. Lead them. Beyond that, this was a rough game, and it always looks rough when Ekko feeds. It always looks rough. But I can assure you that Ekko is a decent pick if you can master some of these like situations, these trades. If you can keep your mana up, if you can really, you know, snap into these like level advantages and really put the pressure on and keep that momentum, that's all this champion's about. And then as you start getting items, then you can just go fucking nutso. But yeah, this one was a little on the slower side, and that was because we were kind of getting pushed around by Gnar all the time. But these are tips that anybody playing Ekko, these are things that if you don't do, you will suck dick with Ekko. And tilt is fine. It doesn't matter. Trust me. I've played Ekko shitty. I played like 10 at least of just shit Ekko games before I finally started like doing something with Ekko. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I can actually like understand him a little bit better now. So he's a tough one. And he's, you know, he's getting nerfed. He got nerfed recently, but I still think his kit's good. And I still think that, you know, if you can get rolling, you can do some shit with him. All right, homies. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Twitch, all you guys are awesome. I love all you. And yeah, I'm out. Peace, crackers.